Hey, my name is Tyler Boronski. You're watching my YouTube channel where I'm sitting down with recognizable faces in entertainment and the digital space. Today's guest, he's 13 years old, kind of doing it all. He's a dancer, singer, actor, social media star, just overall entertainer. He's got 2.9 million followers on TikTok, rep by Next Step Talent, and was just recently named a featured creator for the popular social media event Playlist Live Orlando that's happening in fall of 2022. He's Trey Makai. Trey, thanks for taking the time, man. I appreciate it.
Of course, I appreciate it too. I'm very grateful to be here.
Awesome, man. Glad to have you. So,
Thank
this
you.
might not be a fair question because I never want to, pigeonhole people. I love people that do so many different things. But for you, in your case, you're doing so much. What do you think at the core of all the things you do is your main passion at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, I feel really passionate and grateful for the dancing. I love dancing, and cause I'll go to Playground LA. It's a studio, a dance studio, and I'll go take classes there. And it's just the energy is so good. Everyone's so nice, and it's just so fun. I love dancing, and it makes me feel so good. It makes me happy to kind of just be able to dance and see people and watch people dance. So I just love it.
I love watching your TikTok videos because you kill it on there too. So that's kind of how I first discovered seeing some of your, killer dance moves. For those that don't know, what was the content that started leading to you seeing significant growth in your social media following?
So I've been doing TikTok for about 2 years, but I was never really too focused on it because I didn't really get anywhere for a really long time. And then my cousin Zack ended up blowing up, and then he invited me out to LA because he came here. He was in Idaho, and then he came to Utah, and he stayed at my place because we're really close. And he was a TikToker at the time, and so we made TikToks, and they did pretty well. And so they were doing all right. And then when he moved to LA a few months later, he decided to fly me out to LA, and so I decided to come out. And we did some dancing, and we went. My first day that I got there to LA, we went to the Wish House, and we filmed high quality videos with my friend John Victor, and they ended up just going crazy with millions of likes, millions of views all over social media. My Instagram, I posted it on my Instagram, and it has 1 million likes, and that's where it all started from there. And then it was kind of the iconic duo, iconic trio, and so yeah, that's where it started.
What is that feeling like to see millions of people are seeing what you're doing?
It was the morning after we filmed all those videos, and I kind of expected them to do well only because Zack and John had millions of followers at the time. But at the same time, I was that's so cool. I was crazy about it. And then the next day I went to breakfast with John, his sister, me and Zack, and I made my own account. And as soon as I made it, I was getting 5,000 followers every 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding. I kept refreshing it, and I was going insane. I was going crazy. I was watching it, and my numbers just boom, boom, boom. And I was crying. I was so grateful. I really couldn't believe it because I've been doing TikTok for quite a while, and I never believed that this would ever happen. And so I still can't believe it till this day. It was, I didn't know what to say. It was insane.
You mentioned your cousin Zack, who is, a big time social media creator. He's been doing it for a bit. He's got over 10 million on TikTok, 1 million on Instagram. And you referenced it in your previous answer. You mentioned in another Q&A video as well that you wouldn't be doing maybe content creation if it wasn't for Zack. How would you say Zack has helped you in navigating this entertainment career at the end of the day?
He helped me a lot only because he flew me out, and he gave me a place to stay, and he just was so nice to do all these things for me. He flew me out for free. He paid for all of it. He fed me. He just helped so much because I didn't have I didn't have much money, and my family we don't have much money, and he just decided to fly me out and pay for it all. And I was in disbelief. I'm so grateful that he did that for me, and he made videos with me, and he just spoiled me, and I'm so grateful for it.
What type of advice is he giving you as far as the content side of just tips that works for him that would work for you and continuing to grow with the social media following and just opportunities?
He just tells me to always be myself and don't let the numbers get to you. Do what makes you happy, and don't do it just because you have a lot of numbers. Do it because it makes you feel good. It makes you happy.
You mentioned your family, how it's been a sacrifice for them to to have you pursue this for real in a professional setting. What was the process like in getting your family involved and just how they've helped you elevate, you going to LA every couple of weeks, like you told me before we started?
When this all started popping off, I talked to my dad about it and going to LA. And my dad used to sing a lot, and he would go on tour and stuff and sing. He told me when he was a kid that his parents never really allowed him to do things like this. And when he was a kid, he wished that his parents would. And so he told me, he's like, son, my parents never let me do stuff like this, and I wish they did. And so I'm going to let you because I know how it feels. And so I'm very grateful for my father because he is so supportive. And of course, my family, my brother, my sister, my mom. My mom is like, since I'm a minor, she's the one's filling out all the forms and everything else that there needs to be. And she sends me out there, and she believes in me, and same with my brothers and sisters. And I'm so grateful for them. And I just can't believe how supportive and how awesome my family is. And I just love them so much.
I love that, man. I love how they see the bigger picture for you at the end of the day and just you go at it, 100%. The beautiful thing about social media is that it can lead to just these really cool opportunities in the industry. And one for you was being on the show Manny on Brat TV season 6 in 2021. What was the timeline of how that opportunity came about for you?
I can't remember how long it was, like 6 months ago, would you say? It was in July. I was at the Bush House and we're all just hanging out. And then my manager, she texted me an audition, and she's like, hey, this is very last second. You need to get it done today for Brat TV. And I did it within like 2 hours. The audition, sent it in, and then literally the next morning they said I got it. And I couldn't believe it because like I'm gonna start acting, and I've always wanted to act. So it's kind of like, it's of course a huge milestone because I've been wanting to act for so long. And to get my first audition and actually land it was breathtaking to me, and I was so happy.
Yeah, man, no doubt. And I've seen the Brat TV's been kind of a good launching pad for a lot of creators that want to get into acting and just grow in that space. I know for myself, just being on sets before, sometimes the best moments are just the in-between takes, just chatting with your co-stars. So what's a set memory you have from just filming that show?
There was a scene where everyone was in this room and we're breaking into the studio because time was running out for Freaky Friday, and Brittany was trying to get her body back. And so between scenes, it was me, Lawrence and Bryson, and Merrick, we were all sitting right next to each other, and we all set up our phones so like we were recording, and like I don't know why we just laughed a lot, we joked a lot, and there was just a lot of funny things that happened. Like I dropped this plant, and there's just a lot of things that happened between these takes, and it was really funny. And that's like when I think of Brat TV Manny, that's the first thing that comes to my mind is that little scene right there. And that was really cool. I felt like they felt like brothers to me in that scene because we were all just hanging out and laughing, and it was really cool, and we all bonded. I love that part on set. Yeah, definitely, man. That is like the fun part about it. You just like, you have this connection with these people now kind of the rest of your life, and just these memories to always have. That's one of the reasons why I love acting, because you meet new people and it's just awesome. I love meeting new people and making new friends. Yeah, well, you'll be doing a lot of that coming up in the fall when you're at Playlist Live Orlando. You were just named a featured creator for that event. And that's, for those that don't know, VidCon's probably like the biggest one that people know, but pretty much neck and neck, second tier is Playlist Live. So that's a really big honor to get invited to that event as a featured creator. What are you looking forward to most about going there? I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to the music, of course, and just hanging out. But I'm super excited to meet new people and create with new creators and meet new friends. What do you know about the event? What have other creators told you about in the past? Well, I've seen it before because I used to watch YouTube a lot, and a lot of creators would go and make YouTube videos about it. And I can't believe I'm being invited, because one day, like a few years ago, I've been watching these and thinking that's so cool. And I'd never, ever think that I'd be in this position to get invited, not just go, but be invited. Like, it's mind-boggling. It'll be surreal when you get there. Trust me, I've been there before, done that event a few times. It's super fun.
overwhelming but just wild few days. So you'll meet a lot of people there, between fans, between other creators, just kind of in between all that. Wrap it up with some rapid fire questions for you, and we'll start off kind of right there. Dream social media collab. Maybe they might be at Playlist for all I know, but who comes to mind when you think of that?
Oh my gosh, Roman Atwood.
Yes, that's a good one.
Roman Atwood. Oh my gosh, he's my whole entire childhood. I watched him since he started Vine and like pranks and all that. I've been watching him since he started, and like that would be crazy if I'm like, I don't know, collab with him in some way. Definitely him, and probably Charli D'Amelio or Addison Rae. I feel like dancing videos would go viral. So
oh yeah, 100%. And I like your answer with Roman. He's an OG for sure in this space, so that's a good one. If you could act in any current TV series or movie franchise, what would you choose?
Spider-Man.
I saw some of those TikToks, man. You're in the Spider-Man costume, so you look the part.
I think that would be so crazy. Honestly, I work with a few acting agencies, and I feel like it's possible. And I've been like training, you know. I've been working out. I've been doing flips, you know.
You know, Michael Lee. I saw Michael Lee was in like a cameo in the movie.
Yeah. Like, hey, Spider-Man, you want to do a TikTok?
Yeah, something like that.
I didn't know he was in it, and I watched him when I went to saw him. Like, yo, that's Michael. No way.
That's what I thought. That's what I said. I looked at when I was watching the movie in the theater. I was like, I think that's Michael Lee. And then afterwards, I had to look up. I was like, oh shoot, that was him.
I just learned a front flip on the ground. I could do backflip on the ground. I honestly think it's possible. That'd be so cool. Doing my Spider-Man flips and stuff. I think it's possible.
Use you for like a flashback scene or something.
That'd be sick. But like you know how like Tom Holland or in the movie sequence, like there's not a movie of where he got bit. Like I think that'd be dope if there was a movie of Tom Holland or like Spider-Man when he was a kid and like when he got bit and stuff. I feel like that'd be so cool. That's
a good observation right there. I like that, Trey. Favorite athlete that comes to mind?
You know Corey Little?
No. Who's that?
He has like he almost has, I think he has like 7 million on TikTok. But you know Navajo Cheer? Like, you know the Cheer series on Netflix?
Yes, I do.
He's on the Navajo team. He was in that. He's an influencer. He does gymnastics and stuff like that. But yeah, he's actually a really close friend of mine, but he's definitely my favorite athlete. His flips are insane. He could do a freaking full backflip on the ground.
I'll look him up for sure. All right, last one. 3 words to describe yourself. What comes to mind?
3 words. I would have to say probably dedicated. I'll say responsible. I like to get stuff done. And chill.
Chill. I like that.
Chill, responsible, and dedicated.
Well, there you go. He's Trey Makai. You can catch him in person at Playlist Live Orlando in the fall. And then just follows his work on social media on TikTok, Instagram. He's kind of all over doing everything right now. So, Trey, thanks for the time, man. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you so much.